All right, guys, I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. We got so much to get into today. All right, today. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know how's the sound doing. Drop a like in the button. Just let me know in the chat how everybody's doing. Y'all can hear me. Okay, everybody, let me know in the chat. And we're going to do a quick little intro to give people some time to get in here because we're going to get into some stuff. Okay, we really going to get into some stuff. Here we go. All right. Shout out to everybody. Thank you for being here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You're pumped for the stream, everybody. Shout out to everybody. All right. So just letting you guys know a little bit of crowd control at the very least is shout out to my mods that are in the chat working very hard to mod the chat. I'm gonna ask you guys no doxing. Don't release people's names. We already know who the officer is. Let's keep this really nice and easy so we can have a really good stream. There's a lot of things we got to watch right now. So for those that are coming in, I was told several people in the comments left me in comments and said, Rabbit, there is a YouTuber channel that had a impromptu conversation with the man with the dog. Now, I don't know what the guy's name is, but I have seen him on TikTok. I've seen him on YouTube where he has used the service dog, and I say service loosely, to attack people that are protesting outside of the, cult of Scientology. Okay. Now, one of the other tactics that they're using, just a PSA for those that are out there too, and especially if you're a creator and you're giving commentary on this conversation, is they're having people play music out there while other people are streaming in order for people to, I don't know, the stream to be basically shut down, for there to be copyrights to the stream. So just keep that in mind. I'm hearing different things. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's get started, okay? I'm going to go ahead and play the interview that I had earlier here up there. And I did give credit to this person. I don't know what this person's association is to the man with the dog or to Scientology per se. Hold up. I don't know who he is or what. What I thought was interesting is that after I watched that interaction, I saw him play my clip and didn't really give commentary or credit to the channel. But we're not like that. We give credit where credit is due. So keep that in mind. So this was me earlier, and I did shout that channel out. The channel's name is DOA. Never heard of them whatsoever. DOA, yeah. But what they did was DOA uploaded their interview, and then they used commentary that I was giving about the assault, which would have no problem people using my content as long as you give proper credit. Whatever it is, it does not matter whether you're a creator with 1,000 to 150,000 subs. Truly, give credit where credit is due, and there should be no problems. Like I said, I don't give a problem with people playing my stuff. But let's watch this. We're going to review it, and you guys let me know your thoughts. Was this man lying? Because to me, he was.
Just tell me kind of what happened. You want to? Well, so as you remarked, as I came out of the building, you asked if I was the one who they had the incident over in front of the Scientology building. And yes, that was me. I was walking in front of the Scientology building, walking my dog, and taking her out to do our normal walk, not having any agenda, no anything, just walking on a public sidewalk. And where a gentleman came running up behind me, shouting that I was the one who was abusing his dog and using my dog violently against protesters.
Now, this man has been, and listen, he has been in various videos, Streets LA. He has been out there attacking protesters, and he has a baton, and I don't think it's called a baton, but one of those sticks. He uses his cane, and then he lets loose that dog. All right. And shout out to Popcorn Planet, who also showed a different angle of that video. This man is a liar. I just want to know how much Scientology paid him. That's what I want to know. Okay? Because this man, you can only lie so much. Let's keep watching.
I've done no such a thing. And yet this person could continue to charge into my face with his camera out. And I'm telling him, sir, I don't know you. I haven't done anything to you. leave me alone. You have me confused with someone else, or I have nothing to do with whatever it is your issue is. And he continued to aggressively approach me.
And this was in addition to what had happened the other day, correct?
Correct. This is on the tail end of where I was surrounded, and basically surrounded and my way of egress cut off by a group of angry protesters who were pissed off because I said that it was disgusting at the manner of which they were, in the manner in which they were behaving, going aggressively or being the aggressor towards the group that they were protesting.
Yeah, and do you?
Let me tell you, those protesters have been there for months, weeks. Streets LA has been out there, and it slowly has been growing a group because people have been calling this ish out and calling it out for what it is. It is a cult, right? It's been growing. And so this man is intentionally, he's noted. Now, he's allowed to be in the street just as much as everybody else is allowed, but to use your dog, your service dog, as a weapon against somebody, we got a problem. And nobody says anything to him about it. This is not the first time this has happened where this man and the dog has assaulted somebody who has said something. This is the first time that really Aaron said, no, F you. We gonna take you to task. And shout out to him for even standing his ground, knowing, being, because I'm sure Aaron was like scared, right? Didn't even think that it was going to go to this level. But he knew in his heart that, no, man, I didn't do nothing wrong here. Let's take it. You have to bargain with me and say, oh, yeah, what do you mean I get a felony? Why do I get a felony? I'm calling the police for help. It's ridiculous.
Are you a Scientology supporter?
No, I'm not at all. Here's the crazy thing is I'm being labeled as a supporter of Scientology and all of this thing. No, I'm not a supporter of Scientology. What I am is a veteran who supports the Constitution and the rights of people to express themselves. But what I don't respect or support is people going aggressively, overtly hostile and being the aggressor. That I don't support.
And so
what does that make him? What does that make him?
People are saying you sucker punched him just now.
And that was no such a thing. I was defending myself. This man came running at me in an aggressive posture, coming from behind me. I repeatedly had told him to leave me alone on previous occasions. He comes running aggressively. I don't know what his intentions were. My reaction was simply a reaction based on a perceived threat. He came at a hostile posture. I defended my position.
Okay.
He said he didn't do no such a thing, sir. No such a thing. No such a thing. Tommy, I emailed you the link if you want to come up and you got something to say, because I would love to hear your commentary. I know you've been talking about this. Shout out to the Lifeboat. If Ahmad can drop his channel in the chat, that would be awesome. Tommy, I emailed you the link, love.
All right.
Well, I've spoken with the police about this very matter right after it happened, and they assured me that I was well within my right.
And then he said, hold up.
He
said that the police assured him that he was well within his right. That's what he said. Y'all heard that? Okay. Let's go to Popcorn Planet real quick. Shout out to Popcorn Planet. Shout out to Popcorn Planet and Andy. He is a channel friend, as well as growing up in Scientology. Of course we were going to talk about this. Of course we were going to talk about this. Aaron shouldn't have said anything to him. That looks like his eyes I seen in myself and former coworkers. But the thing is you could, here's the thing. You could say something to somebody and say, aren't you the person that I think he said something to the effect of, aren't you the person that was attacking some of the SPTV squirrels? That's what he said. That was a question. I don't personally, T-Maker, I don't think he did anything wrong asking the question. But honestly, I just felt some type of way about the fact that like it didn't have to go to this route. It's LA. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Hold up, let me see. But thank you, T-Maker, for the 20. Aaron was live and talking to the camera. He did not directly talk to DOA. No, he didn't directly talk to DOA. Thank you, Vic, for dropping Popcorn Planet. I think that's how the guy has phrased it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hold up. I have a clip of the arresting officer singing happy birthday to a woman whose name I found on Scientology website for completed courses. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Watch this clip, okay?
Nothing kill you if you didn't hear is what the guy says is Aaron. Now, sadly, we didn't have all the footage here. Oh, but of course we do, guys. I got all the footage here. And this is props to Chris, Nerd Report, and Chris out there on TikTok hooked this up for us. But now we have the other angle as well, in case anybody's wondering. And just for the record, guys, the LAPD had access to all this footage, and we'll tell you what happens next. But I want you to see it on its
Walks up.
So here we are playing back the footage that Chris had recorded. So this is right before the phone is smashed.
Swings the cane right there. Swings the cane. Boom. He
Phone goes. That's where we lost
knocks
the
his
footage.
phone out. Phone hits the ground.
Now goes after him with the cane.
He's like, "What the heck, dude?" He's trying to get
Now Aaron's trying to get his phone back.
his phone back.
And the
Boom.
dude swipes him in the head.
There's a dog attacking.
He hit him in the head. He hit him in the head right there.
He did hit him in the
So he's trying to get his phone back. He gets hit in the head, and there's the dog attacking. He lets loose the dog. Y'all tell me, was that okay? Was that warranted? Was that warranted? Does that even, what he said as far as his side of the story, it doesn't even align with it. It doesn't even align with the whole thing. This man has been assaulting people down at these streets for quite some time, for months. There's footage out there on TikTok. It does not align whatsoever with what he said, his version. If you're okay with the First Amendment right and you protect it, why are we attacking people? Like, this is not okay. He asked you if you were part of the SPTV, if you attacked the SPTV. He said no. Okay. Could have left it at that, could have kept walking. No. But anybody that approaches this man, he's been attacking. I put on my community wall a picture of him trying to attack people with a little stick baton or whatever, right in front of Scientology, right in front of the police, and they never did anything about it. Never. So this isn't like all of a sudden he felt attacked and he was going to go after. No, he exercises force right away. He uses the service dog as a weapon. This is crazy to me.
You can see he hit him in the head. Dog is biting him. Lets the dog loose on him. He's weaponizing his dog.
Lets the dog loose. Aaron never went anywhere near him. Now it's important you see here as all this.
He let the dog loose. Y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? Everybody saw it? Aaron wasn't fingerprinted last night. He was in charge. He was let go. He sat at a bench for how many hours? 4 to 6 hours? Handcuffed. They knew they weren't going to charge Aaron. They knew they were going to let him go. It would have not been a good look for Aaron to have been charged for the LAPD, right? But also, we have known, for those that have covered Scientologies, for those that are never-ins, like myself and several other people, we have known that they've been in bed together. Mr. Tommy, how are you?
I'm doing great, Rabbit. How you doing?
Oh my God. I mean, I was trying to get some sleep in my phone, and it's like, y'all just messed up my phone. But anyways, how are you?
I'm doing well. Yeah, it was one of those nights for me too. It was going all night long.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What are I was listening a little bit to your commentary. You said, they very carefully, I guess they didn't, shove him against the car, and they were very careful about how they handled Aaron because of his celebrity. What do you think about that?
You know what? You don't often get to see exactly how the process goes down. And when you hear stuff like a guy was handcuffed to a bench, when you go in and you get processed out, the cop that's processing you is going to sit at a computer terminal and he's going to ask you a bunch of questions and he's going to enter the stuff. In the past, those inmates have attacked the guy who's typing on the computer, right? Here's what it is. A lot of inmates are violent people. So there is a ring on the bench in every place I've ever been arrested. There's a ring on the bench. They're going to take that handcuff and they're going to handcuff you to that ring. That's standard operating procedure. I know it sounds awful, right? But that's what they do to everybody. And when they said, we're going to put you in the bathroom, it's happened to me. They have a handicapped bar in the bathroom. If you start calling the cop an MFer and, call him a pig and all of those things, if they don't feel like hearing you, they will go put you in a room they can't hear you. And that's almost always the bathroom. I mean, it sounds awful, but this happens every day. I promise.
So in your opinion, when you first saw the video, right, I'm sure you saw it all go down. What were your thoughts initially? Did you feel like, oh man, like they're going to get him? Like, I didn't think it. I literally thought that they were just going to arrest the guy with the dog, and then that was it. But it took them over 2.5 hours for them to do anything.
No, you're absolutely right. And if I look down, you know what? That looked so rude. But the reason I did it is this is actually a text from Aaron. Who wanted
is it?
Yeah, he wanted me to tell everybody involved. He said, this is exactly what we needed to blow the corruption wide open.
Yes.
Not only is Officer Talman corrupt and out of control, but he's connected to Scientology. This was the perfect storm. I will be
Oh
suing
my.
the LAPD over this. We'll see what text messages and calls there were between Talman and Scientology about this. They done messed up.
Yes. Okay. All right. I don't know if you could text him back and ask him if he wants to come up. I can drop the link. Completely up to him. You can look
Okay.
down.
Yep.
That is crazy. So he said he's gonna sue. Oh
Yes.
my
Yes.
Lord. Hold up. Let me drop this link real quick to completely up to him. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
glad that this is happening. Yo, who knew that Aaron going to LA, the streets would be on fire?
Yeah.
The
Right?
streets are on fire. Oh my God. That is, what do you guys
Yeah.
think? Let me know in the chat. Hold up. Let me
You
get
know,
this clip going.
yeah, I didn't see it in the beginning. That's the answer. So I got texted. I was out doing some work, and I got texted that he had been attacked. So I'm trying to do it in the car, and I'm driving, like none of this is working. So by the time I got back home, trying to piece it together, it's not super clear from the clip you see from Aaron. You need a second camera angle. You really need to
Yes.
see the other one to really get. So even last night when I was letting anybody that said, "Hey, you know what, Aaron screwed up," I would give those. I wasn't, kicking people out. I was saying, if you're respectful and that's what you say you saw, I have not seen it, right? I just
Yeah.
did a video because I have seen it, and I don't know what the heck people were talking about, right? Aaron did not chase this dude. Like there was none
No.
of that. There just wasn't.
No. And did you see the interview? And I just showed it where it was like an impromptu. We don't know what the guy with the dog's name is other than the guy with the dog, unless you
Yeah.
know his name. I don't
No,
know
we've
his
been going
name.
with Dog Man. That's what the
Dog Man?
we've been.
Well,
Yeah, that's
Dog
what we've been
Man.
calling.
So he's completely deflecting from fault whatsoever, even though
Yeah.
he's been charged with the assault.
Yeah.
That
This
is
is
crazy.
and people started really getting concerned last night, and for obvious reasons, right? Everybody loves Aaron, but on his show, from the very first time I watched him, he has always said the reason I'm not afraid of these people is because if they're able to do something, then we're going to be able to ask them questions. Like if we can get into a courtroom, that's the best case scenario, but they will never do that. And he always says they're never going to do that because they don't want to go to court. Now, yeah, this is beautiful stuff. It really is. If you
Oh
want to do
my
some
God.
damage to a cult, like what they did last night was honestly about the dumbest thing you could do.
Well, and it was so interesting. So after Aaron was assaulted, he happens to land in front of the Scientology building, right? And then immediately the Scientology building goes dark, right? The doors were closed. I was sent this clip, and it was prior to the assault.
Well,
This is
why does it
crazy.
keep doing that, guys? I have my phone on D&D, yet the calls are coming through.
Look at this.
I have my phone.
And I'm going to mute it because of the music, because they
Yep.
intentionally play the music to strike channels. So look at it. It was busy before the assault. Guys on the phone, look at how busy they look. Yo, and then as soon as Aaron goes, after the assault, he goes in front of the building, it's white. Suddenly everything is closed.
Well,
It's
he's gonna
crazy.
pop on here. He just texted
Oh,
me, so
he
we're
is?
gonna have him in a. Yeah, he's gonna
Perfect.
stop on. He's busy as hell, but we'll probably get him for a minute or two, and
Okay,
we
tell
can.
him I sent him the link on IG so he's aware.
Okay,
Oh my
you sent it on
goodness.
IG.
I did. And I'll send it again if he needs it. Ooh, I see him.
Okay,
Oh
perfect.
my God. Let me
Look at
remove
that.
this. Oh my goodness. How
Guys.
are you? How are you doing?
Oh, I'm hearing an echo because I opened up your browser. Guys, I'm not using a plug-in mic. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I got some sleep. We went out, had a good time last night. Fully recuperated, showered, about to go eat. I'm going to go to a doctor's office to document the head injury, document the shoulder pain from just being kept where I was for the way that I was for as long as I was.
Yes.
There's no, I've seen some of the coverage this morning. I saw the coverage on Popcorn Planet. I got a really good email from Attorney Graham Barry on the subject.
Yes.
There's no way I'm not pursuing this. If that means That means a lawsuit. It means complaint to internal affairs. The corruption here is insane. And what's scary is that they thought they could get away with that with tens of thousands of people watching.
Aaron, you were a target. I'm sorry. I don't know how anybody cannot see that. They literally targeted you.
Yeah, and this officer, William Good on Twitter, he's publishing all sorts of photos of this officer at the Celebrity Center, glad handing with the Scientology officials, all this kind of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. They've been in bed with Scientology for so long. Oh my God. How are you feeling now, though? Now you ate. You're good?
I do. I feel great. I feel great.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was there was one moment when I was sitting on that bench chained to it, like you start to feel like you're being treated like an animal, right? There's a moment where you start to feel like, oh God, I must have done something horrible. And then when I started to sit there, I went through a variety of emotions, and from boredom to but there was a point where I just started to get absolutely furious.
Yeah,
like almost like, how dare you guys treat me in a way that makes me feel like, oh, I must have deserved this. I was like, no, I didn't deserve any of this. This is corruption to the core. And then I was sitting there and it just dawned on me what was probably going on outside. And the shitstorm that was probably raining down on social media. And I couldn't help but I actually just laughed out loud to myself there. I was like, I look like I was one of the crazy people on the bench talking to myself, because I'm sitting here laughing to myself, thinking as to everything that is like raining down upon the LAPD and the Twitter.
Right. Did you by chance watch an impromptu interview that they did with the guy with the dog? Did you watch it at all?
That's how we knew where he was. I haven't seen that interview, but the fact
it's 2 minutes. Do you want to watch it?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. You got to tell me what, he literally lied. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So there was a channel that did a little impromptu interview with him. Hold up. There it is. Just watch.
Kind of what happened. You want to, well, so as you remarked, as I came out of the building, you asked if I was the one who they had the incident over in front of the Scientology building. And yes, that was me. I was walking in front of the Scientology building, walking my dog and taking her out to do our normal walk, not having any agenda, no anything, just walking on the public sidewalk. And where a gentleman came running up behind me, shouting that I was the one who was abusing his dog and using my dog violently against protesters. I've done no such a thing. And yet this person continued to charge into my face with his camera out. And I'm telling him, sir, I don't know you. I haven't done anything to you. Leave me alone. Someone else, or I have nothing to do with whatever it is your issue is. And he continued to aggressively approach me.
And this was in addition to what had happened the other day, correct?
Correct. This is on the tail end of where I was surrounded, and basically surrounded and my way of egress cut off by a group of angry protesters who were pissed off because I said that it was disgusting at the manner of which they were, in the manner in which they were behaving, going aggressively or being the aggressor towards the group that they were protesting.
Yeah, and do you,
Aaron, I gotta stop right here.
I love how all of a sudden he's a distinguished gentleman.
Yeah. His egress. His egress was cut off. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I sat there. I sat there. I saw this. I cannot believe this BS. Let's keep watching.
Are you a Scientology supporter?
Nope, I'm not at all. Here's the crazy thing is I'm being labeled as a supporter of Scientology and all of this. And no, I'm not a supporter of Scientology. What I am is a veteran who supports the Constitution and the rights of people to express themselves. But what I don't respect or support is people going aggressively, overtly hostile and being the aggressor. That I don't support.
And so if people are saying you sucker punched him just now,
and that was no such a thing.
No such a thing. Although the second angle completely captures different things. All right.
Yeah. I was defending myself. This man came running at me in an aggressive posture, coming from behind me. I repeatedly had told him to leave me alone on previous occasions. He comes running aggressively. I don't know what his intentions were. My reaction was simply a reaction based on a perceived threat.
Previous occasions,
I defended my position.
Right? But he said, "Who the hell are you?"
All right. Well, thanks for the police about this very matter right after it happened, and they assured me that I was well within my right.
And then they told him that he was well within his rights. Keep that in mind. That's what LAPD told him.
Yeah. Well, they done messed up.
Depositions are fun.
This is not going to go away. And I'll tell you, the perfect storm of LAPD corruption and Scientology corruption. And the fact that when you think about it, these two organizations kind of act in a very similar way. The fact that they just happen to be in bed with each other and cooperating with each other on this subject of what's going on outside the test center is the perfect storm, but the perfect storm for us to be able to blow it up. And man, you know, I'm glad it happened. I'm glad it happened. That guy has literally used that dog to harass and intimidate and attack protesters twice already.
Yes.
And for whatever reason, what occurred previously did not rise to the level where the LAPD would arrest the guy. And that's why when they said, I just couldn't believe when the guy basically said, if you move forward with this, we're going to arrest you too. And I was like, you know what? Of course, that's what you would say.
Exactly.
Of course, that's what you would say. And it's not the first time police have treated me that way, you know, making me feel like I'm now the bad guy when I was the one calling for help. And I said, if you have to arrest me in order to arrest him, then arrest me. Now, when I said that, I didn't think I was talking to strong game. I thought I was just calling his bluff when I said that.
Yeah.
But when it was about to go down, I was kind of like, there was for a second, I was like, should I be nervous here? Should I be scared? And I was like, nah. I mean, it seems pretty clear. It seems pretty clear I'm in the right here, but not one word was uttered in that whole police ride back to the station. I was like, what am I going to be? The guy in the dick in the back, you know, shouting at the cops who really aren't the shot callers here. I did not say a word. I did not say a peep. I did not ask any questions. At one point, we pulled down a side alley and pulled over, and the guy got out of the car, and I thought he was going to let me go and just be like, all right, fine, get out of here. And I don't even know why he got out of the car. So another car pulled up. He had a conversation with the other, but I was like, oh, they're going to let me go right here, aren't they? They already know how bad they messed up.
Right.
You know, someone pointed out to me this morning that once they got me there, if they were to have just released me quickly, it would have actually made them look really, really, really bad for having done it in the first place. And that they almost had to double down and make it seem like they had to do a lot of research and a lot of homework and investigating to determine and that they were doing the right thing. Cool. Because you saw what a circus they created.
Yes.
If they were to be like,
several.
oh yeah, this was a mistake, we'll let you go 30 minutes later, then it's going to look like everyone on scene was just completely negligent. You know?
I'm so irritated for you when like it kept coming and going. So you had to retell everything. Somebody would take your phone so that you can talk to them, right? And you just had to retell everything. You're like, how many more police officers? When are you going to arrest him? And you waited, was it like 2.5 hours for there to investigate, quote unquote? Like that was insane.
Yeah.
To see that going.
Did you guys happen to see when they had him empty his pockets when they searched him? He had like 5 weapons on him.
Yeah, he did.
I heard.
Bunch of knives.
Yeah.
I heard.
What's a big guy?
It really
like
wasn't a search either. They held out a bag and he just started dropping stuff in it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No.
Exactly.
It wasn't a search by any stretch. Very
No.
friendly.
I guess you can. I don't know about the pocket knives as far as that goes, but you were asking what can a guy do? Like what should they?
What's that?
What is he doing with all that? And a service dog.
What's a big guy? I mean, I don't know if you can tell in the video. He's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
And he's always like, I'm a veteran with PTSD. Well, maybe you shouldn't be walking around with a bunch of weapons. I mean, what do I know, guys?
Stop swinging at people.
He clearly doesn't need them. He can use his cane and his dog in his hands, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure whatever he had on him is perfectly legal, but I'm just saying, I don't know, points to a mindset perhaps. But
That's crazy.
You know, just the convict point of view, normally that person would get thrown on the car. They'd have patted him down. He literally emptied his pockets into a bag while they sat there and watched him. That was odd. But
yeah.
And I'll tell you, Aaron, I've watched a lot of dudes get arrested. You took that pinch with style, man. You done good, man. You took that one with style. I'm impressed.
I don't think anyone could tell when they actually put me into the back of the car. The cuffs. I said, I don't know how. I said, how am I supposed to sit down? I said, can you put these in front of me? And they're like, no, that's only for pregnant women. And I'm like, all right, I don't know how to do this. And they're like, well, you just got to do it. Now the seats actually have a little space built into them for the wrists. But once God, my shoulders hurt just putting my arms back like that.
Oh.
But once I tried to put him in there, it hurt like a mofo. I said, no, guys, this is a problem. This actually hurts. So what they did is they put the 2 cuffs on me and cuffed the cuffs together. Yeah.
Just like that.
And even that was tight enough that like
horrible.
My shoulders are killing me this morning. You know?
We were before you came on, we were talking about the fact that when the assault happened, you like somehow ended up at the front of the Scientology building, and suddenly the whole building was closed and it was like white sheets everywhere. Whereas before that, they were getting calls and they were busy. Somebody sent me a clip of them on the phone. Everything was like business. And then when the assault happened, they completely closed down. That was interesting.
It is interesting. The other thing is that the whole group that was outside the police station last night, they kept going in and inquiring. Well, even Granberry, as an attorney, went in and inquired what was going on. And they said they were waiting to book and process me. Like when I walked out, like when they were bringing me out, I assumed someone had gone out to the crowd and said something like, okay, guys, back up. We're bringing him out. Okay. No, they had no idea I was coming out. They still thought I was going to be booked and processed and kept for the weekend is what the officers were telling them was going to happen. So what is it over there? Do they just get off on lying to people, or do they have no idea what's going on over there? Does like the left hand not know what any of the other fingers are doing?
Both.
What its own fingers are doing?
Both.
Yeah. Both.
They're lying to you and they don't know what they're doing. Both.
Yeah.
I promise.
And I think that they also feel like they don't have to be honest either, right? Like that whole thing, the way that went down and the fact that you didn't resist arrest, they had a whole group of cops. They closed down the street and then we could hear the helicopters.
Couple helicopters.
They weren't news helicopters either. They were police helicopters. That's when I should have realized, hold on now. What's going on here? It's probably not for Dog Man.
Right? There's your tax dollars hard at work.
And
for,
did you
dangerous
look out their batons and they're pushing people back? I mean,
they had batons. They had batons. And then you had the guy Tallman. For actor, like it is such a shady personality.
You want to talk about this guy being out of control. William Good shot video of Tallman going up on top of the police station roof and looking out and laughing at all the protesters. You go, wow. What? This guy's sick. This guy is sick.
So he gets a kick out of this?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Serge and Liz and crew are about to pop over. We're going to go get a bite to eat and then pop over to some doctor's office to just document everything for the record and
get to an urgent care. Get checked out. A lot happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Get checked out.
So I got to jump, but just wanted to chat with you guys, give you a little update.
Well done.
Thank you. Well done. You guys, make sure you drop some hearts for Aaron. Aaron, we rooted for you. Everybody's here rooting for you. Okay.
Everybody was amazing.
Your back.
Everybody was awesome. You guys especially. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, brother.
Chat with you.
Bye, Aaron. Oh, that was nice that he stopped by, Tommy, just to give us an update. Like, honestly, I think everybody's
I thought that was pretty cool.
Worried about him. It's crazy. Are you okay if I read some of these super chats? Because I haven't.
You know what I'm going to do? I hate to do it, but I am going to bail because I got a couple of people coming over. But thank you so much. I love what you do. I really do. Thanks for having me.
You are fine. Thank you so much, Tommy. You guys drop Tommy's channel, The Lifeboat. Go check it out. And Growing Up Scientology. Go check it out. Thank you, Tommy, for stopping by.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, man. Shout out to them. And thank you, Aaron, for giving us the commentary that we needed. Hold up, let me get Tommy out of here. Here we go. You guys make sure you check out their channels. Okay, let me read some of these super chats because I haven't been able to catch up. Rusty says, interesting dog business. Did anyone notice how calm and friendly the dog became as soon as the other guy took his leash? Yes, I did notice that, Rush. I did. Jean Ann says, Solomon was there today at the test center and they added a new camera and thicker film on the windows so people can't look in. Interesting. You talk about Scientology did that? Ken says, Aaron calls, they take an hour. Scientology calls, they're quick. So Ken, that tells you, how are they not in bed with Scientology? Subpoena Scientology video of the hit. They have plenty of cameras. Well, FOIA the body cam, FOIA it all. I'm sure somebody's going to do it here online and we can all watch it and everything. But we saw, and I'm so glad that Andy from Popcorn Planet played that second piece, because that's a piece that I hadn't seen. And I knew that Aaron was being railroaded. Something told me that something was going on here. Sue says SPTV is a great community. Don't come for one of us and not expect us to gather in 3 troops. You better believe it. Shout out to the SPTV community, you guys. I mean, everybody here. Like, seriously, everybody gets together as soon as this happened. Everybody, and it's crazy because it's other content creators as well that are part of the community that also spoke out, and those that are not, that are also speaking out and bringing more awareness to this. Shout out to them, especially the true crime channel that are talking about this. We saw it all play out, and we need to bring awareness. This cult is getting away with a lot of shit. And when Serge, as passionate as he is, right, and he speaks a lot of truth to what he says, let me tell you, there are children that are in those hotel rooms having to audit adults. That is scary business. Okay? There are children that are having to put up with so much shit stuck in that cult. We need to make a much louder sound, okay? Adults can do whatever the hell they want, but when it comes to children, we got to be careful. Will says, at the time Dogman said, they said I was within my rights. He had not yet talked to the police. Right, Will. Right, Will. Free Palestine says, Earth is flat, be smart, avoid vaccines. Okay, well, thanks for the advice, I guess. Rogue Mama says, this is another example of our country not providing combat vets with proper care. I mean, could be. Tommy, do you know why they detained Aaron before the guy with the dog was? You know what? That's a good question. Why did they detain Aaron before? I felt like that was last, and he had weapons on him, right? This is interesting. Ro Mama, thank you for being a member for 5 months. Jody says dog guy is a thug who can't control himself. Ooh, I don't know. I mean, but he definitely, that dog's been used to attack people. We've seen it all. It's been weeks. William Streets, from Audit Scientology Streets, LA has been calling this out. I mean, everybody's been getting attacked over there by this man with this dog. Okay. And he just lets the dog to bite everybody. Gypsy says, because you are awesome. Love your insight and commentary. Thank you so much, love. Shout out to everybody. And Chopper, thank you for being a new member. All right. I'm trying to catch up. Lena says, followed Aaron's stream. And I think in the beginning, cops with afraid about riots, since some people are shouting race, then corruption has showed up. I don't know. See, a lot of people got really scared, and I could tell, and maybe they were kind of like scary about everything. Nerd Report will be going live from there tonight. Sounds good. Thank you, Brandon. Shout out to Nerd Report as well. Superstorm Day, thank you for becoming a member. I think I've caught on. Aaron, Zach, your lawyer friend, got over 4,000 subscribers answering questions. Oh my God. And shout out to Zach, your lawyer friend. He's a great channel. Gave some commentary. Awesome attorney. Shout out to him. Hopefully one day we'll get to talk to him. I mean, I love his insight. I follow his commentary about the Danny Masterson case. Excellent guy. Excellent. Shout out to him. Dog seems to be an actor. The dog guy? You're not the only one who said that. Let me see. And Superstorm, thank you for becoming a member. Let's keep watching. Yeah. Thank you, Steven. Yeah, I like him. I like his commentary. I was watching him beforehand when it came to Danny Masterson. Totally recommend.
Then goes down. He then wants to press charges. But now, as I zoom ahead to some of these clips, I want you to see here. Oh, I had my cue. Aaron has a big spot on his head. He shows it later. I had it cued here, but it's not. But there's a large red mark on his head.
And this is why, Aaron, I'm so glad that he's getting medical attention. This is the part. When I saw this other angle, I said, yo, totally not okay. This man was the aggressor. There was no felony stalking ever. Okay?
I will fucking kill you.
I will effing kill you if you didn't hear is what the guy says is Aaron. Now, sadly, we didn't have all the footage here. Oh, but of course we do, guys. I got all the footage here. And this is props to Chris.
You got to love when Andy does that. Shout out to Andy.
Chris, Nerd Report, and Chris out there on TikTok hooked this up for us. But now we have the other angle as well, in case anybody's wondering. And just for the record, guys, the LAPD had access to all this footage, and we'll tell you what happens next. But I want you to see it on its
What's up?
So here we are playing back the footage that Chris had recorded. So this is right before the phone is smashed.
Swings the cane
Wow.
right there. Swings the cane. Boom. He
Phone goes. That's where we lost
knocks
the
his
footage.
phone out. Phone hits the ground.
Now goes after him with the cane.
He's like, "What the heck, dude?" He's trying to get
Now Aaron's trying to get his phone back,
his phone back.
and the
Boom.
dude swipes him in the head.
There's a dog attacking.
He hit him in the head. He hit him in the head right there.
He did hit him in the
You
head.
can see he hit.
He hit him in the head. The dog's attacking. Y'all see that? Everybody. Popcorn Planet is Andy Signor's channel. If Ahmad can drop it in the chat, that would be awesome. Please and thank you. Thank you. This was the other angle. So when you first watch this video, all you see is essentially you see when Aaron drops the camera and you don't see a whole lot. You see everything up until and then the camera drops. This is the different angle. There's a couple of angles that are going about in this footage, and Andy happened to be showing it. And I believe Nerd Report was the one that captured this angle.
Hit him in the head. Dog is biting him. Lets the dog loose on him. He's weaponizing his dog.
Lets the dog loose. Aaron never went anywhere near him. Now it's important you see here as all this then goes down. He then wants to press charges. But now as I zoom ahead to some of these clips, I want you to see here. Oh, I had my cue. Aaron has a big spot on his head. He showed.
And we just showed you that other half. Aaron just reacted to it. Valerie says, "I'm so happy for Aaron, but I'm afraid for the dog. Is being abused and could end up badly." I mean, nobody should be using a dog to attack another person, right? That's not what, especially if he's saying that this is a service dog, should not be doing that. When AA files his lawsuit, all the videos and emails will be exposed. That is the piece. I mean, that is great news. And I'm so glad that Aaron let everybody know about it. I just like, wow. It's a lot of information that's coming, and I'm so happy that he's going to be suing. And remember, this was prior to, this is if they were in cahoots one way or another, and this is before Aaron came up. Tommy and I were showing you guys, and the reason I don't play the sound is because Scientology will intentionally play music. Okay, this is before they mysteriously closed the building. Look at this. They were very active. Look, what is this lady doing? There they go. Then you get to see the security on the phone. Security. There you go. At least I think they're security. Front desk. Look at that. Look at that. And then the assault happens. Aaron's at the building's closed suddenly. For why? Why would the building close? Why? It's interesting. Think, Julie? Yes, this whole situation sucks, but it opens the door to show the corruption of Scientology and the LAPD. I couldn't agree with you more. Honestly, could not agree with you more on that. And it needs to be exposed. This is why people are calling this out. This is why people are speaking out as they should. And I'm so glad that it's being exposed. We've been talking about it. Masterson, he got away with a lot of crimes, lots of crimes, a lot of victims. Okay, tell me why Scientology had a kiosk inside of an LAPD police department. The only place that had a kiosk was Scientology. LAPD. They didn't have no kiosk for the Catholic Church, for the Mormons, for the other ones, but for Scientology. A lot of the awards and money and nonprofits that are out there are funded by Scientology. It's all there. It's all there. They're in bed with them in so many ways. They're recruiters. They are. Absolutely. The police is not there for us there. I mean, they're not. They're not. It's all corruption. And it was interesting to even see and understand how deep this is. And the sad part is I go back to it. This is why I love Serge and Laura FM and Natalie and who else. There's so many other great creators out there you guys got to check out. Keep following that mission. Keep exposing these people. Could Scientology say the building was closed so no video cameras were on? Right. Isn't it interesting, Harmon, how that happened? That suddenly the building was closed and everybody was hush hush, right? I'm so happy for Aaron, but I'm afraid for the dog. Oh, I just read that. I'm sorry. I don't want to reread the same super chat. But yes, I wouldn't be, it would not surprise me if that is the case, honestly. Shrinkin' Sharon says, that was crazy when they said that Aaron and the Squirrels team and others couldn't step on The mat. I don't know, man. Suddenly it's just crazy. Credit to the protesters for behaving well throughout. Yeah, shout out to all the protesters out there. Number one, for keeping us informed, for giving us a heads up, for bringing some awareness to this, for bringing it to the internet, because that's really who needs to know. You guys, these are crimes that are happening in front of everybody. Okay. Scientology donates huge money of the LAPD LAPD they bought and paid for completely. Absolutely, Ian. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me see. I'm bummed you aren't actually revealing facts but hunches. Of course they're guilty. But your thumbnail's clickbait. P.S. Be careful about endorsing. Oh, Lord. Okay, love. See, I don't know. If y'all got problems with other creators, please don't bring it over here. Is it? Give me 1 sec, okay? All right. Thank you. Thank you. You guys hear me? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Shout out to all of the Scientology people. All right. Hopefully the sound is better. Robo Rabbit. Okay. Let me do something real quick, okay? Give me 1 sec. Okay. Hopefully I'm not robot anymore. Shout out to everybody. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm impressed with the protesters. Yes. All the small things cleaning up their site. The PD really needs help and look, yeah, absolutely. Okay. Y'all can hear me. Let me know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I saw Mr. Mitch out there. Shout out to him. I did see that. I'm starting to believe the old guy thinks he's crazy and out to hurt people. The cop is definitely a Scientology plant. Absolutely. Huge respect for Aaron. Shout out to Popcorn Planet, ED, sorry. Shout out to them for getting that second angle because we needed a second angle. Shout out to them. Thank you. Aaron, it's great. Love watching you too, Rabbit. Thank you. I mean, shout out to everybody. Okay. So for those that have not, let me see. Hold up. Let's see what else is being said out there right now. And like, hold up. Here it is. Streets. Streets like has been calling this out. This man with the baton has been going out there, and I'm going to try to pull that image for those that are like, no, he's never done this before. No, he's been doing this. He's been known to attack people. Here it is. And this is straight out of TikTok on street.
I'm sure the concept.
Straight out of TikTok. Hold up.
Been called. Guys, I'm watching out for the vendor. I don't want anything to happen to him either. It's not fair for him.
Crazy. It has.
Well, they need to arrest the guy. That's why we're trying to get after him. We need to arrest the guy.
I called the cops.
After the assault.
I jumped on a line and chased.
Should I go talk to him in a respectful manner? I don't think I've ever encountered him, but not in like a mean way, but I can like try to see if I'm sure the concept.
Crazy, you guys. I mean, why is this allowed? Why is this allowed? Well, I mean, Sebastian, I don't is and does anybody know what happened to Sebastian? Is he gone now? Look at this. Wow. It's been a hot mess out over there right now. I just hope that they keep going and I hope they keep exposing. But if anything, if what we all witnessed yesterday doesn't tell you anything, is that Scientology and the LAPD are best friends. Okay? Scientology and the LAPD are best friends. Truly. That's just how it is. One of Aaron's mods. Aaron is not a child. I'm one of Aaron's mods. Thank you. Aaron's not a child. He's perfectly capable of deciding what medical attention he needs and when he seeks it. Absolutely. Please treat him like an adult, not a child. I agree, Stephen. I agree. No, yes. Absolutely. Let me see what you guys are saying. They moved him. Oh, is that Sebastian? They moved him. They said, Sebastian, you're getting too aggressive. Look at this. Look at this. This is back in the alley. This has happened.
You don't know the defendant. You don't even know what you're doing.
And I'm trying not to play the music.
What's the bullshit?
Is this okay? Is it okay for him to do this to people? Look at that.
I'm telling you.
Look at that. And the way he moves that leash, yo. I mean, like, look at, y'all see that? Y'all see how he bit that man right there? I don't know what kind of breed it is. Look, he bit that guy right there.
Only video. I have multiple videos.
And this is the police watching the videos.
I can't hear him telling the dog to attack you.
I will give you the other video.
See, and they don't do nothing. They don't do anything. That, like, seriously, how are you allowed to do that? Absolutely. He says, rabid people are recommending that he gets medical attention so that it's not documented for eventual lawsuits, not to treat him like a child. Aaron is famously unwilling to go. I mean, I don't know. I hear what you guys are saying, but y'all send him a message because you guys can see Aaron is very responsive to messages. If y'all feel very strongly, let him know. I mean, I hope that he gets medical help as well, but I can't tell him you must, he is an adult. Look at this. All of these guys right here, they do not do anything about that. And this dog has bitten people. And this man, I mean, they just let him do it. And you're showing him the bites right there. Nothing happens. Yep. Sounds good. Yeah, he said he was going. So shout out to him. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. You guys are going in on this chat. Okay, so are we sure that that's the breed? I'm kind of wondering. You can't FOIA a body cam from LAPD unless you file a lawsuit. They won't send. Are you serious? I didn't know that. Wow. Wow. There's other videos on YouTube. I'm sure. But this just solidifies to me. I don't know. For those that are wondering, you tell me. How is that not LAPD in bed with Scientology? How do they let this happen? They know this been going on for quite some time. That's what I want to know. And how is that not animal abuse as well? Oh, thank you, Greg. Thank you for being a member for 3 months, love. Shout out to you. Is Mr. Mitch in the chat as well? I don't see him, yo. So many comments. If he's in the chat, tell him I said hello. If you're there, Mr. Mitch. Shout out to you. And thank you, DB, for gifting. Hold on. Oh, this is Mr. Mitch. The Hollywood, and I saw an interview with you, Mr. Mitch, over there with them. You were talking to them. You said that the Hollywood division is super toxic. This is your neck of the woods too, right? Let me know. Amazing coverage. Thank you. I mean, I want everybody to understand how horrible this is, I'm sorry, Mandy. I need to return my headset. I apologize. I'm sorry if you feel that way. No bad dogs, just bad owners. I don't know, you guys. People have said that as well. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to leave it at that. And LAPD loves to show their public display of affection for Scientology. You tell me they didn't right there. It is animal abuse, and I'm really scared for that dog. Thank you. I would have to agree with you on that. But if he's using this dog to attack people, protesters, this is different from what he said in his little interview over here. Y'all remember this? It's different. He gave his side of the story. That was like, what are you talking about?
You want to just tell me kind of what happened? You want to?
Well, so as you remarked, as I came out of the building, you asked if I was the one who they had the incident over in front of the Scientology building, and yes, that was me. I was walking in front of the Scientology building, walking my dog, and taking her out to do our normal walk, not having any agenda, no anything, just walking on the public sidewalk, and where a gentleman came running up behind me, shouting that I was the one who was abusing his dog and using my dog violently against protesters. I've done no such a thing.
Yes, he has. He uses his dog violently. He sure as hell does. We've seen it. We know that, right? Fancy, this is a good point. And Aaron has talked about this in his live streams. You have to write a Congress people and ask what their position is on removing Scientology tax exemption status. Mitch says cops are like a turf gang. They only respect property owners, and Scientology is one of the biggest property owners in Hollywood Boulevard. Thank you, Mr. Mitch. I couldn't agree with you more. Oh my gosh. Do the right thing says, yes, you have. Yes, y'all agree. Yes, you have. And that is sad. It's sad for that dog. Miss Lori says no one should be speaking on behalf of Aaron here, Stephen. Oh, we're not, Miss Lori. We're not. Video evidence shows otherwise. Thank you. Please take a dog for a walk. Such a busy street with all the barking people. I don't know. Scientology pays a big money to LAPD. They own Hollywood Division. Absolutely. And they are. Pit bulls are the sweetest breed. I just hope that he's using. I don't know if it's a pit bull though. I don't want to assume that. Let me see. I'm just trying to include your guys' comments, okay? Before y'all head out. The cops are going to have it here for Aaron. Well, listen. They have it for Aaron for a while, right? Because he's been speaking out. You said the mayor is in deep Scientology. Everything's on video. Says no agenda. Why doesn't he take the dog for a walk at a different street? It's a good point. Officer Tallman is a rookie training officer, also an actor with the current IM. I saw that. Yo. But I don't like he has a whole resume of acting. He's got an acting profile. His dad was a famous actor known mostly for his long role of Perry Mason in TV shows. My goodness. My goodness. Men like him give vets a bad name. A lot of people are saying there's a lot of vets out there that are dealing with PTSD and whatnot. Like that is a true thing. So for him to use that to say, well, I have PTSD, yeah, but that doesn't give you the right to attack people, right? That doesn't give you the right to attack people. Hold up. Acted responsibly and will talk to you like a child. I won't apologize for mothering. I'm good at it. I don't know what's going on. Y'all need to stop with the I'm sorry. I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody. Woo, y'all are fighting in the chat. Okay. Well, let me stop right here. I honestly just came here to give commentary. Shout out to Aaron. Thank you, Aaron, for speaking on my channel. He was just up here earlier. Tom, thank you for being here. Again, I don't know what's going on with some of y'all on the SPTV. Y'all got to chill a little bit. I just want to have a good conversation, and that's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to let you guys go. Maybe I might go live later on, and we could talk a little bit more about it just to kind of grow, through the stuff and review stuff. And Mitch says Scientology has trained dogs at every Narconon. We've talked about Narconon. They are connected to one of the major dog training facilities. Interesting. That is interesting. And Rachel says, I wonder if the dog is really a service dog. If they don't tend to be aggressive or a breed of a pit like a bully. I don't know. He says it's a service dog. That's what I hear. I'm sick of these attack dogs. All right, you guys have a great one. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm going to head out and I'm going to, upload a couple things here and there on the channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I apologize for the sound. Thank you for the feedback. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I need to get my headphones fixed clearly. But I will see you guys on the next one, okay? Hit the like button. Thank you guys for being here. Bye, guys.